Yo, 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 Big Cash back up in here. This video is very, very important. You are not going to want to click off this video. And it talks about how a concert determines a rapper's career. This is something that people don't talk about. We don't talk about concerts like that. Kendrick Lamar, he's on a stadium tour, y'all. People ain't talking about this like that. Don't know rappers go on no stadium tour. Look, before we get into that, y'all make sure y'all please go pick up a copy of Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset, written by me, Big Kish. The link will be in the description. I appreciate y'all so much. Look, we got Jay Oswaldo with this video. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Get the likes up. This is a very, very interesting video. You're not going to want to click off this. Throw your AirPods in, sit back and relax, and let's observe, y'all. Y'all know I don't like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Concerts can either cement a rapper into legendary status or bring them to the end of their careers. From Kendrick Lamar to DaBaby, whose live show led him to getting canceled, here are 6 concerts that either boosted or destroyed a rapper's career, starting with Travis Scott, who dominated the hip-hop scene after releasing Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight, followed by Astroworld's debut on the US Billboard Top 200 with 537,000 album equivalent units back in August 2018. It's safe to say that the world went sicko mode when the album dropped. But his entire career and public image changed forever after the November 2021 Houston show disaster. Travis Scott performed on stage for the Astroworld Festival with a crowd of over 50,000 people. The energy at the venue was turned all the way up, and at first everything seemed to be going smoothly. But after half an hour into the show, the massive crowd became dangerously packed, with people getting crushed and trampled. Panic quickly spread as fans screamed to get Travis's attention.
Stop that show! Stop that show! Stop that show! Stop that show! That's okay with you real quick.
Tragically, the performance continued, and instead of stopping the show, bodies were being carried out from the crowd. In the end, hundreds were left injured and 8 fans dead, all caused by the intense chaos and lack of control. Later that night, some fans who luckily escaped with their lives would post their experience on Reddit.
He kept on performing. I don't know if he wasn't listening or he just didn't hear him. What's going on? Come on, bro. Come on, man. You got to be aware. You got to be alert.
Explaining that I was there. I was pinned to the ground, unable to move due to the amount of people on my leg. My focus was keeping people off of me with my arms. Thankfully, I never got trampled. Not long after, Travis Scott took to Twitter stating that he was devastated, that his prayers were with the families, and that he was working with local authorities. But to many, the statement felt like the most basic, half-assed PR-written shit I've ever seen. After the underwhelming Twitter post, Travis tried to make further amends by uploading an apology video to his Instagram story.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families.
But instead of sympathy, many saw it as a joke, awkward, unconvincing, and out of touch, which only fueled the backlash, with one Reddit poster hilariously pointing out that
that's one thing about the spirit. That's one thing about the spirit. People could see the spirit through your eyes. Your eyes is the window to your soul. People could see that. They could, you look like you about to ready to go roll up. Yeah, condolences to the people who passed. People could see it. They could see it. They could see it. They could see it. Let's see what this guy got to say.
Only fueled the backlash, with one Reddit poster hilariously pointing out that he had to make sure to pick out a dramatic black and white filter before making his apology. After the Astroworld tragedy, Travis Scott's career hit a wall as Fortnite terminated their partnership with him before his Coachella 2022 performance was also canceled. But the biggest hit to his income came when Nike responded by delaying their Travis Scott and Air Max sneaker collaboration. To make matters worse, Travis found himself facing multiple lawsuits from the injured attendees and the family members of the deceased. So, in response to all the heat he was catching, Travis decided it was best to lay low, out of the public spotlight, and quietly settle all the lawsuits, which he did for 2 years before releasing his album Utopia. But with a catastrophe like that, it'd be expected that no one could recover, except the opposite happened, and he came back stronger than ever, re-establishing him as one of the biggest names in the rap community and making him the third most streamed rapper of all time on Spotify, surpassing Kanye West.
He felt that drop though. That 2 years hit him. Trust me.
But while Travis Scott faced enormous backlash after that event, some may say his escape plan worked, as he's more successful and relevant than ever. Unlike the next rapper on our list, DaBaby was one of the biggest artists of 2019 to 2021, who took his stage name quite literally by wearing a diaper in public. Most of his songs became viral hits on TikTok, which were boosted in popularity because of memes.
Release the baby! Let's go!
Unfortunately for him, a single performance changed everything. During Rolling Loud Miami in July 2021, DaBaby made controversial statements toward the LGBTQ that sparked massive backlash.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas, lights up. Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone on.
Not long after, the internet turned on DaBaby, with enraged fans and advocacy groups saying he should work on coming up with a second flow instead of worrying about who got HIV. Fucking diaper-wearing bum. A few days later, with the hate...
You gotta think, a lot of those people that he talking about is the supporters. You know what I'm saying? Those the ones that gonna spend the money. So, and this is why you see a lot of people that's in the industry don't talk against that type of behavior. Because for one, you got a lot of people that's like that in the industry, and you got a lot of people that's like that supporting the industry. You know what I'm saying? And this is the reason why people don't zip, 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 zip. They don't speak on that.
Still piling up, DaBaby took to Instagram to post a video.
What me and my fans do at the live show, it don't concern you niggas on the internet or you bitter bitches on the internet. It's not y'all business live show. It's for the audience at the live show. It'll never translate correctly to somebody looking at a little 5-6 second clip from their goddamn crib.
Instead of easing tensions, DaBaby defended himself by saying the viral clip was taken out of context, and that fans twisted his words, but by that point, the internet had already made up its mind. He still tried to salvage his reputation by posting an official Twitter apology, saying anybody who's ever been affected by AIDS or HIV, you have all the right to be upset. What I said was insensitive, even though I had no intention of offending anybody. My apologies. This is what you call an apology? You're just digging a deeper hole for yourself. One user tweeted, and honestly,
that's one thing about them fans, boy. They ain't gonna let you get away. You ain't about to get away with nothing. You know how you ain't ain't no apology, nothing. One thing you gotta understand, man, it's the fans that got you where you at. It's them that got you where you at. You ain't get you where you at. Yeah, you put in your work, you said your rhymes in the booth and all of that. But somebody had to listen to that and purchase your album and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
that summed up the whole fiasco. Following this controversy, DaBaby came out to say he lost roughly $100 million after being cut from many upcoming shows in combination with massive brand deal terminations. And to make things worse, this was around the same time fans were already starting to call his music shit, repetitive, and trash. Now with the combination of the controversy plus the tired listeners, DaBaby's streaming numbers, once a pillar of his success, reflected the drop. His 2022 follow-up album flopped, selling only 17,000 in the first week, nearly 100,000 fewer units than his pre-controversy release, barely making a dent in the charts. DaBaby would later blame the industry, claiming he was blackballed, but to many the truth was simpler, the audience was already moving on, but the controversy accelerated his decline.
Man, he should have hurried up and came out with his album the next day. That's what he should have did before he even, hey, look, let's put this thing together, man.
And while DaBaby's decline was cemented pretty much after the controversial statement, Smokepurpp's falloff had already happened. It just took some time for it to really be exposed. Best known for writing the song I Love It for Kanye West and Lil Pump, as well as his breakout hit, Audi, Smokepurpp was described as one of the best freestyle rappers at the time. Unfortunately for Purpp, things weren't so bright after all. In April 2022, footage from his show in Michigan went viral on TikTok, showing a nearly empty venue, which, in contrast to his 4 million followers on Instagram and popular songs reaching over 100 million streams, felt really underwhelming.
I swear to God, I could go all night. Let's go.
This show was seen as an embarrassment for many, as it showed the rapid decline of Smokepurpp's popularity and the disconnect between his early.
Does that go to show you that they paying for numbers? Is that the bots at his best right there with them 4 million followers and all of that? Dang, that's wild right there.
Earlier hype and the reality of his fan base, with many in the comments poking jabs. Somebody roll some tumbleweeds in the background. Bro couldn't sell out a bowling alley. More people on stage than in the crowd. As the mockery grew, Purpp decided to take it to Instagram.
Hey, yo! It said more people on stage than in the crowd. He said he couldn't sell out a bowling alley. Yo, bro, man. Oh, my God. The audience got the best jokes in the world, man.
I'ma give my fans a show regardless, always. I wouldn't be here without them. And honestly, props to him for still showing up and performing. But this performance took a toll on his career as Purpp eventually stopped performing live shows. And despite accumulating over 200 million streams before, he's now barely pulling in 900,000 monthly listeners. While Smokepurpp had a few hits, he unfortunately didn't live up to the long-term hype that was expected of him. But on the other hand, DJ Khaled shares a similar experience of his own. Khaled had played a major role behind the scenes, producing and curating countless hits for some of the biggest names in the industry, from Justin Bieber to Rihanna. Despite his strong track record, that same success didn't quite translate onto the big stage. In June 2021, DJ Khaled took a live performance at the Social Gloves Influencer Boxing event. But instead of an explosive reaction, the crowd stayed awkwardly silent through most of his performance.
All I do is win, win. Got money on my. And every time let me.
At least he getting his workout on in the boxing ring. He working out. You know, we try to get the good stuff out of here, out of it, over here. He's working out, he's exercising, he's yelling, he walking around, you know what I'm saying? He walking around. Hey,
It's we the best. Uptown, up.
I can hear him a little bit.
Win.
It was an embarrassing moment for DJ Khaled, one that further cemented his legacy as a goofy artist. Beyond the already existing memes, many more fans began questioning whether they had actually ever seen him do anything that required talent.
They laughing at him. Oh, man, they laughing at him.
Fans then mocked his embarrassing performance through even more memes. But while that concert was humiliating, DJ Khaled continued proving himself to be a successful and relevant producer and rapper, releasing an album in 2022 that pulled in over 600 million streams. And so DJ Khaled continues to enjoy a successful career, but one thing's for sure, when it comes to live performances, it's best to keep your expectations low, unlike Lil Yachty, who's proven he's worth watching live. Even though he might not be everyone's favorite rapper, there's no denying he's dropped his fair share of viral hits, including I Spy with Kyle and Broccoli with Dram. Even though he had major hits, Lil Yachty was still often labeled a mumble rapper, a term used to downplay a rapper's talent and creativity. But Yachty was different. His energy is unmatched when it came to live shows.
I don't think that term is just used to downplay somebody's talent. I think they call them mumble rappers because you can't hear them. I can't hear it. I don't be like, I can't hear it. You know what I'm saying?
In August 2021, during the Lyrical Lemonade Summer Smash, Lil Yachty stepped onto the stage and got the crowd bouncing right away. This short clip quickly went viral, making headlines and garnering widespread praise for being hands down the best entrance ever. With this wave in popularity, he capitalized on it by releasing an album different from his usual rap music, which ended up doing extremely well for him as fans enjoyed it for its uniqueness. The production is incredible, the singing and songwriting feels a lot stronger. It's perfect. I hope he commits to organically growing a fan base and not bend the knee to what everyone thinks he should do. Ultimately, his career skyrocketed. From having 9 million monthly listeners to peaking at over 20 million listeners in the following years after his iconic performance. Lil Yachty may not be considered one of the greatest rappers, but he knows how to put on a show and stay in the spotlight. On the other end, Kendrick Lamar is widely seen as one of the greatest rappers of modern hip-hop, so using his influence, he decided to stir up some beef with Drake. As a result, the pair began dropping diss tracks.
Nah, that wasn't his decision. That wasn't his decision. That wasn't his decision. Drake started that.
Against each other, but the final nail in the coffin was delivered after Kendrick released Not Like Us. The song caught so much mainstream attention that it hurt Drake's reputation so bad that he ended up suing Kendrick's record label, Universal Music Group, for defamation. Kendrick, being the one to never back down, made an even bigger statement in February of 2025.
Hey, look, we know how this one turned out right here. Hey, look, he had him last for a reason. You gotta say the best for last, man.
Taking the stage at the Super Bowl halftime show. As the show kept rolling, he lit up the stage with Not Like Us, performing it in front of a huge live crowd and millions watching from home. After the show, Kendrick was praised by his fans, saying, "I've never seen the halftime show feel this meaningful before." And it wasn't just praised for its performance quality, but also the message behind it. Sam Jackson, as Uncle Sam, telling Kendrick what songs to play was a nice jab at the state of music today, and how it's seen as being too black and ghetto. Unsurprisingly, this became the most watched halftime show of all time, with 133.5 million viewers, beating Michael Jackson's record of 133.4 million. The success wasn't just seen on the stage, as it brought a 250% surge in streaming volume to his other classic albums like Damn and Mad City, which shortly re-entered the Billboard Top 10. Kendrick's halftime show will forever be unforgettable, pushing him into a different league, making him more than a rapper, but a cultural icon, as he reminded the world why he's considered one of the greatest of all time. Now, if you'd like to support
That's fire. That's fire. So the title reads how a concert determines a rapper's career. It didn't say that, they just gonna be messed up. A good concert could determine your career as well. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, that was fire. I like that. Shout out to Jay Oswaldo for the video. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Which segment y'all liked it the best? That's a trick question. I already know which one y'all like the best. Nah, y'all let me know which segment y'all like the best. For real, all honesty. Y'all let me know which segment y'all liked it the best. Big Cash signing out. I'm going, y'all.